Oh my god, I had to set up so many things. Welcome back, everyone. I hope all of you have been doing well. I've been working on some stuff which isn't done yet, but I thought I'm in a good spot to continue streaming, especially on this new schedule. It gives me more time to work on those projects. Oh, I'm so excited to be back.
Hello.
Hello.
Is it
Welcome.
looking for?
So, last week I didn't stream for most of the week, so I missed the Star Stable's newest update. So we're gonna check that out today. First, let's talk about this bundle that literally ends tomorrow. It has 3 different bundles. There's the Western and Star Coins, Pistachio set and Star Coins, and like a purple set and like a blue, black, and white set and Star Coins. Literally my 2 colors right there. Oh, and I have no money, so of course I can't get it. But it does expire tomorrow, so go check it out if that is interesting to you. So, this is the update I missed. It's Marley's Farm Race. And I'm just gonna go down this whole entire update and check it out not all at once, but one at a time. Be quiet, phone. So let's see. Racing with potatoes. Marley accidentally. Oh no! I tried waiting until the ad ended. That's weird. Hi! Welcome in. I'm checking out the update that I missed. So there's Racing with Potatoes. Marley accidentally ordered greens. Lots of greens. And a crazy amount of potatoes. You can't let them go to waste, so what better way to use them than as obstacles for a new race? Excuse me. So it's a show jumping potato race. So many potatoes. I love potatoes. So that's probably the first thing we're going to check out is Marley's Farm's new race. 150 horse XP on the first run and then 200 on the following days. Nice. You'll only get it once per day. I like potatoes. I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes. I like potatoes. So this is a permanent race, and you must be a star rider and complete the quest where you helped Marley with the memorial for Ronnie Bob Summers, which is, he's not dead. But we're gonna go check that out first. Why not do it with copper? Because, yeah, I like copper. We're not that far away from Marley's farm, so I'm just gonna run there. Oh, I should take care of copper first. That should be nice. Oh, it's been such a long time. Mainly when I was on my streaming break, I just played Genshin, and I set up a Minecraft surprise for you guys. I didn't build anything. I did download something for Minecraft that I think you guys will like. So, this is like the first time I played Star Stable since like a week ago. So I'm really excited to get back into the saddle. You can't do the race because you haven't done the quest? The quest isn't that hard. I advise doing it just so you can get the race, which has a lot of the lot of good XP, and plus you get a free shirt for doing Marley's mission. It's flannel. I like flannel. Okay, let me quickly check for recycling. Because you know, copper needs it. There it is. Okay, Marley, I heard you have some Reese's for me. Lettuce and onions and potatoes. Oh, hello there, Renee. What's your favorite way to have potatoes? Boiled, mashed, or in a stew? I like them fried, as french fries and waffle fries. Why do I ask? See, once upon a time, we celebrated a beloved holiday known as Potato Festival. Maybe you have to be a certain level? I don't know. I don't know why it's not appearing for you. What would my dear old dad say? He passed on 11 years ago, which is not true. Now, so he's never had to suffer through a day where the Potato Festival wasn't honored. I really did expect it to make a comeback. My brother Barney delivered all the greens I was going to need, and here we are with no festival and more veg than I can eat. Of course, I can make good old stew, but then I have to invite my brothers, which means I have to invite Courtney, and we both know she already is here way too often. Once a year is more time too many. One time too many. Hey, maybe we could make potato batteries? To power those weird inventions Courtney is trying to put together. Maybe even Big Bonnie could help find a use for them. You could power a light bulb using a potato. That's fun. Wait, you and Copper Song like racing, right? That's it. I'll build you a course to jump together. Ready? Let's go. Ooh. You're stealing your friend's user? Again? I thought you already had your friend's user. I love how Copper moves. Oh, I missed our stables. This person riding their starter. I mean, yeah, train your starter. That makes sense. Even if it's just for, like, more coin. I mean, are you asking them for permission? I don't want you actually stealing something. That's kind of bad. You should ask if you can use it. Let me do Marley's races and then I'll look at the next thing, next part of the update. Gotta train Copper at least a little bit. He might be fully trained before any of the other horses are. At this rate. Oh, I'm gonna run into the fence. Holly turned 1 year old a few days ago. I was supposed to post a picture on the pet photos, but I forgot. Thank you, Mother. My mom just delivered me sausage to eat. Because I haven't had dinner yet. Does anyone else eat like their sausage and hot dogs not on a bun and with possibly a fork and a knife? Or is it just me? Am I the weird one here? I feel like I might be the weird one. So, Okay, as long as you're borrowing it and not fully stealing it, you know? So this new schedule that I'm under is basically, so I'm streaming less each day, but I'm also streaming on Saturdays too. And this also means I get to play with Captain more often. I did change it, so now I'm playing Star Stables on Monday and Wednesday, and then playing Genshin on Tuesday, Minecraft on Thursday and Friday, and on Saturday, I'm still debating. It's whatever I'm feeling that day. Maybe it'll be Sims, maybe it will be karaoke, I don't know. It's whatever I'm feeling that day. I guess so. If you're not technically stealing it, I don't see a problem in it. Man, it's been such a long time. I'm loving these graphics. I miss this game. Hi, Waves! Hello, I hope you've been doing well. I am back from my little break. And I have a different streaming schedule now. Okay. Okay, next part of the update is new tops. Now that Marley's farm has a new look, it was time for new clothes. The denim jacket and classic polo are perfect for relaxed days on the farm, now out in fresh new colors. I'm gonna assume that's in the clothes shop right over here. It was very needed. I'm working on a new little project, and it's gonna take a long time for me to actually get it done, but I really wanted to do it. Ooh, look at these jackets. Oh, I would totally wear this in real life. The denim jacket look. They still have the old stuff too, so if you're still partial to like the old style western, you can get it. Which one now? Cappuccino, Blue, or Midnight? That's a cool name. Well, when I pictured denim, I think blue, but I like the brown. I like the cappuccino. The cappuccino has my heart right now. Get it with shillings because I got plenty of shillings. I have way too many shirts. Welcome back, Amber. I have way too many shirts. I need to figure out what I'm doing with all these shirts. Okay, next part of the update, price drop. We've lowered the prices of the Welsh pony. Get this cute companion for only 390 star coins. So the Welsh pony, in case you guys weren't aware, has been leaked that they're getting an updated look. So they're currently on sale because they are getting retired soon. And their new look will be taking their place in the Hermit's Ranch. I don't know if the new look will also take over the wild herd, but they are getting retired. So let's check them out one last time before they get replaced in probably like 2-3 weeks from now. Oh, I'm getting lost. Where is the trailer? It's over here. There it is. Let's go over to the hermit's little boat. I think the little boat's actual name is called dinghy, but it sounds so wrong, so I'm not gonna call it that. Okay, the Welsh ponies were moved out of the hermit's cottage and are now out here where they are on a discount. Okay. I hope you have fun. There's a palomino, a black one, a bay, a white one, a chestnut, a dapple, and a like dark bay. But like I said, they have like a new look. Let me look that up real quick. You'll see like the update screen for a moment. Or not. I'll just do it this way. Okay. The person who spoiled the look of the Welsh pony has now also spoiled the animations for them. So go check those out if you're interested. I'm just gonna look at the looks of it. Okay. So, this is CC Creations. They are usually the ones that have the little spoilers, and it is exactly correct, usually. So this is how we get our, like, little spoilers for what's coming next. There is a updated palomino with, like, little dappling on it. Excuse me. There's a white one. It's more like a cremello. There's the dapple. Oh, there we go. Let me show off the full body. There. Palomino. I like the little socks on the feet. The white one, which I like how you have like a little bit pink on the nose. The dapple, which, oh, my heart belongs to dapples. The chestnut one. I like how they all have like a little braid. I like that. The black one, which gives me Black Beauty vibes. So definitely one of the pretty ones. There's this cherry bay, which is very pretty. Very good color. There's this strawberry roan kind of color. Very pretty. I like the roans. And then we're shown the halters. So those are the Welshes. Now there's also a shopkeeper swap. The 3 Jorvik Rangers are being relieved from their posts in the Wildwood shops. Astrid, Yusuf, and Inton were dutifully filling in for some shopkeepers and need to be ready for the ranger tasks. You'll now find them at the ranger hub at Redwood Point. So, Wildwood shops have been relieved, but now they're at Redwood Point. Am I going to Redwood or Wildwoods? Oh, Redwood. Wildwoods is the general area. Redwood is the exact location. That makes sense. Let me do the hermit's races while I'm here. Like I said, might as well train Copper a little bit before we full out train him. Keeping our eyes out for that recycling. There's some jute. Jute. So, welcome back. I'm not quite sure if that was there already or not. So basically, while I was on my break, I played a lot of Genshin with Captain because I was finally able to see him again, and we just ended up gaming together for a lot of the time. So when it came to Genshin, I did play some like missions and event quests, but I basically just did a lot of training and world quests. So none of the actual storyline is affected, and hopefully we can go through some of the storyline tomorrow. And hopefully I don't get stuck on a giant monster or something because I was training my butt off. For those who weren't on my last stream, I was talking about possibly making some merch and possibly starting my own store on Etsy. So, if you haven't put two and two together, that's the small project I was working on. I was doing more research on how to make stickers and sell them on Etsy. So I'm currently in the process of making a bunch of designs. That's okay, I completely understand. I'm streaming a lot, and I completely understand if someone misses a stream. Makes sense. Oh my god, there's someone just... Ooh, that must be Mawadi. It's pretty. How many star coins do I have? Not a lot, but that's fine. That's expected after getting copper. A week from today... let me try that again. A week from today is Valentine's Day. So I might not stream next Monday. I'm just letting you guys know that now. So you guys aren't super surprised if I don't say, hey, I'm streaming on that Monday. I was heading to Redwood. That's what I was doing, to check out the shops there. Redwood. So this is Yusuf's Artisan Gear. But that's not Yusuf. Okay. Jacket, pants, and a whole bunch of bags that I didn't know was available. That's nice to know that there's a whole bunch of bags there. What's over here? Ooh, more clothes. More like ranger stuff, as well as tack to match. That's nice. Now I need to find the actual people. Where's Yusuf and oh god, what were the other names? I'm already forgetting the other names. Okay, who are you? not you. I would recognize. There's Yusuf. I can't talk to him, but at least I know that's Yusuf. Where's the other two? Are they up at like the house? There's Intan. Where's the other one? What was the other one's name? What was the other one's name? Oh god. What was the name? Rowan? What? It wasn't Rowan, was it? What was it? Astrid. Where's Astrid? Astrid! Oh, are you Astrid? Yeah, there's Astrid. Okay, found them. I don't know. I would normally say go for it because you only live life once, but I know how difficult that can be. So I don't know. Maybe like write a Valentine's Day note? Like give her a card or something? Not just say it straight to her face. I'm not sure if the feelings are mutual or not. I'm just worried about how each one of you guys will react. Like, oh, I'm trying to think of all the possibilities. If it wasn't COVID times, I would say like ask her out on a date by saying, hey, you want to go get some ice cream? But it's also COVID times and it's winter, so maybe it's not the best idea. But ice cream is always delicious, you know? And even if you're sad, you can go get ice cream. And ice cream kind of helps. I don't know why. Magic is like... not magic. Ice cream is like a magic healer for sad moments. Just like put a little bit on your nose and it always makes me smile. I do that. Whenever I'm sad, if I have ice cream, I'll put a little bit on my nose and it makes me laugh. I'm easily entertained. I love how much copper like stands out in the forest, but at the same time, there's like a high chance you would find a wild that looks like copper. Like it's not that strange. From the wilds I've seen, I never actually seen any wild horses in person, just on like TV shows and National Geographic and stuff like that. If I'm correct, Captain should be getting home soon. Or to his game night, actually. Open door! Door doesn't want to open and doesn't answer to open sesame. Sesame seeds. Does your best friend know about your crush? Because I feel like if they're truly like your best friend forever, they would know about your crush and they could like be your wingman and put in a good word for you. I feel like that's a thing people have done. I feel like a lot of people nowadays don't really think much when it comes to love, and when they do think a lot about it, they end up being like writers and people who overly romanticize love. Like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people I know don't really think about the nervousness anymore, and they just go for it. Like, most of my IRL friends, they're older than me, so they know that there's plenty fish in the sea, and if one person doesn't like you, well, it's not the end of the world, and sooner or later you'll find your soulmate. Like, it just takes time. Sometimes it sucks, but that's just how life is. I'm also a shy kid. Growing up, I was always the quiet one in the back. And when I raised my hand, I always made sure I had the right answer, because if I had the wrong answer, I would be totally embarrassed. I know all the teachers are like, well, it's okay to have the wrong answer. We're learning from the mistakes. And I'm like, I don't like mistakes. What was the next part? Bonus shop. There's a new item in the bonus shop. Admiral's dressage gloves. That's part of the outfit that I was trying to put together. This is the old Welsh pony video. So if you haven't checked it out, you just go to Star Stable News when the news updates and you can go watch it, or you can just go to their YouTube channel. But dang, they chunky. Let me go get that bonus item and then we can start training. Welcome in, Snowman Xmas. I like that name. I love Christmas. Yes, I play Star Stables. I also play Minecraft. I play Genshin Impact. And what else? What else? Sometimes Sims. I'm pretty relaxed on what I play. Where's my Admiral's dressage outfit? Where was it? North Druid quality, James. Where was it? Oh, was it here? It might have been here. Guardian, chef, farm girl. Come on, it has to be here somewhere. I remember seeing it. Okay, I guess I need to find them. So we got the gloves. Where is the shirt? I know I have it somewhere. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I have so much clothes. Why do I have so many clothes? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I wish I could just search for it. Like, I wish there was a search button and I can just find the clothes that start with the same letter. That would at least lower the search down. Admiral. Admiral. I remember seeing it. Where is it? H&M. Why is there H&M? There it is. And then there's gotta be like pants, right? These pants isn't as much. Maybe I don't have the pants yet. What if I don't have the pants yet? Not pants. What about shoes? What's Memorial? I don't know what that is. Just got the gloves today. Hat? Do I have? It's not gonna be a flower crown. I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be a flower crown. Agatha. Marley's helmet, fishing hat. Why is the snow hat Halloween? Admiral, there we go. For me, I use OBS, and there's a little part that I can select a screen and it'll screen record for me. Basically, I just went on to Twitch, went on to the streamer tools, and just selected one from there. And I've been playing under this account for about 2 years. So you've been playing longer than me, but you have less clothes, probably because I keep buying more clothes and not wearing them. Snow flurries. There's snow flurries? Oh my god. Wild Road. Okay. North Druid. I forgot to look at the accessories when it came to sets. Snazzy. Western. James's glasses. Okay. Now I can probably put them in their categories. There's... Okay. Snow Flurries is... No, that's Winter Master. Where's Snow Flurries? This one? No, that's Cozy Campfire. Snow Flurries? Winter Wishes. Where is Snow Flurries? Toasty Bonfire. Celtic. Jones. Moreland Modern. Snow Flurries. There we go. And then North Druid. That's technically their hat. They didn't have a hat to my knowledge. Snazzy Western. So this is technically a complete set, if that's their hat. That's nice. James's accessory. He still needs the gloves. I don't think he has gloves, but that's that. Admiral set. Let me see this jacket. Ooh, it reminds me of my old marching band uniform. I am in North America. I'm on Pumpkin Meadow. You're welcome to join me, but odds are I'm just gonna be training, so I'm not quite sure if you just want to like follow me around or not. Axolotl, welcome in. I hope you've been doing good. I missed you too. I was just organizing a little bit of my clothes. I've been doing okay. I've been working on a lot of projects, and none of them are finished. It's kind of difficult in its own way. For a moment, I thought that had a tail, like a fin. I was wrong. I'm glad I was. A fin on that horse would not look nice. At least not with that style. It's supposed to look like fire. It's not supposed to be a fish. I'm trying to eat some, I'm trying to eat a sausage with a fork and a knife. I'm trying to be discreet about it, so I can eat my dinner, but I'm not so sure how silent I'm being. I'm still riding and training Copper, which I still need to get the rest of his tack, so I'm trying to keep my eyes open for any recycling. How much recycling do I have currently? 13. I feel like I just need 2 more, but I'm not sure about that. For the saddleback? Saddleback. I was gonna say saddle pad, and I'm like, that's not right. I'm not quite sure when I get the saddle though. I'm still waiting for that. I might have to pair it with a different saddle that doesn't have a set currently. Which just reminds me that I haven't organized any of my horse's stuff. Oh my god. Which means I have to look at all of the sets that my horses are currently wearing and be like, okay, which of you guys are actually wearing a full set and which isn't? It's gonna be a pain. Yeah, I haven't seen her since the last time I streamed. Maybe she found a different streamer. Maybe she's just busy today. I don't know. I didn't know I could buy stuff there. Let alone blue stuff. Maybe she went on a trip. That could also be possible. Like if I was going to Mexico, there's no way I would be on my computer because my computer is a desktop. And there's no way I'm bringing a desktop to computer to a different country. So maybe she's just on vacation. That's also possible. It is a Monday. Sometimes vacations do run a little bit long. We gotta stay positive. We can't just assume the worst. That's not gonna get anything done. I miss Star Staples. It's been quite a bit. I love how copper looks. Oh, phone went off. I'm gonna bet that's Captain saying, "Hey, I'm out of work." Oh, phone. Yep, that's Captain. My house phone needs to be quiet. It's very loud. It's literally just spam. So annoying. It's so fun to be in Moreland and, you know, still have my stables there and look around and see all these new people joining in on the game. And I'm like, oh, you have no idea what's ahead of you. Especially if they decide to get star stables, like star ridership. Like, oh my god. They have so much work in front of them. I also been working a little bit more on my my stream character. Maybe she will, maybe she's a bit too busy. We don't know. I don't think any of us know each other in person, at least. We can only hope for the best. So I've been working on my stream character a little bit. My little Mochi might not be the only version of me that you see. But it also might be a while before you see the other version. I am not a good artist and I'm trying my best. I also might make my overlays a bit more complicated. What I mean by that is completely customized, but it will require quite a bit of work. At least the vision I have in my head. So that's gonna be a while, and all those updates to my stream setup might be done by like next year at this rate. But we'll see. I'm constantly working on things to improve. Okay, I need to check the recycling locations. I need to make sure I collect all the recycling I can for copper. Okay. I'll be here. Who's just hiding in the bushes? That's a little sus. Okay, recycling. There's usually 3 or at least 2 here, but to only find 1, that is surprising. Welcome back. Nothing much has changed. I'm still here trying to quietly eat my sausage. Oh, here's some news. My sister got in a car crash. It's not really a car crash. It was more like a fender bender. If you don't know what that is, it's basically when the front of one car gently bumps the back of another. That's what a fender bender is. I don't know what the other car looked like, but my sister's car looked like nothing happened to it, legit at all. So, it also happened directly in front of a police officer, and they were both in the wrong. So, it was interesting. It was definitely a thing. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Let me do that real quick. Grab my water. I'm choking on the water. Oh. It went down the wrong pipe. It's okay. I'm alive. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Let me grab a bite of sausage while I'm at it. Oh, nice. In real life or in game? I can picture both of them. I got the recycling. It was worth it. Ooh. So what did you do? Did you get it cut short? Did you get bangs? Did you shave it? You know, I would totally shave my head. Maybe that's a challenge I'll do one day. Maybe if one day I get to like let's say 100,000 subscriptions in a month, maybe I'll shave my head. Because I think that would be totally worth it. I mean on my side. I'm not sure about you guys' side, but it would be worth it on my side. Hello, Captain! The hype fox. The dancing cats and the mushrooms. Capitan! 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 Ooh. So you cut your hair a little bit. I need to do that. I have my split ends have split ends, and those split ends have split ends. I really need to cut my hair. I was thinking about doing something kind of risky, but I'm not sure if my parents would like it. I was thinking of possibly doing something called like a pixie cut or something like that, in which it's really short. But I'm not sure if I'll be confident enough to pull it off. And my parents, they're kind of like a traditional group in which if you have short hair, you're considered a boy sort of group. I know that's not right, but that's how they think. So I'm not quite sure about it. Captain is, I'm gonna assume, eating dinner. And also doing game night with friends. Aww. Aww. cuteness. That person just jumped off a cliff. I saw that. That person jumped straight off that cliff. Oh, they came back. I have no idea what that person's doing, but they are somehow alive. And they somehow jumped over the wall? I didn't know that was possible. Ooh, what's for dinner? And I know you would like the pixie cut, but here's also the thing. Parents would think I would be a boy, and also the fact I'm not sure if I'm confident enough to pull it off. Steak and pasta, that sounds so good. I can't remember the last time I had steak. I had pasta yesterday though. So, and I'm trying to quietly eat a sausage currently. Oh, and there's an ad. Should have tried to warn you and I forgot. Maybe instead of 100,000 subscribers, I might change it. It's either 100,000 subscribers or 1,000,000 bits. Maybe then I'll shave my head. I think that would make sense. Especially during the winter. I think that would definitely make sense. I'd be freezing. I wear my hair like a scarf right now. It keeps my neck toasty. Oh. And that's sad when you go in for a specific haircut and they don't get it right. Hate that feeling. I think that happened to me once. I came out of the haircut, like the salon, with my hair looking kind of like a mushroom. At first I was like, oh, I'm not a huge fan of this. But after like a day or two, it set in, and I actually ended up liking it. Mainly because my straight across bangs straightened and then went to the side like curtain bangs. It actually looked kind of nice. How many? Oh, I might have enough recycling for the saddle bag. I mean, I don't want you like sending a picture of yourself to like the group chat or any of that, because I don't want you like putting yourself in danger. I know people do it all the time. They would take a picture and post it on social media. But here we're more of a tightly knit group. I'm not sure if that would be considered dangerous or not. Sending a picture of yourself into like a chat. Speaking of knitting, I haven't knit in a long time. I bet I can't even remember how to. Oh no, I remember how. I just don't know how to start or end a scarf. Because that's the only thing I know how to knit. Sad. Recycling. Give me that recycling. Do 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 do. It's kind of hard to take a picture of your hair, but not your face. I generally think that's really hard to do. I might have to put a temporary saddle on copper for the saddlebag's sake. But the question is, do I have a saddle that'll go with the set? Probably not. I don't have a lot of saddles. I glanced at the cows. I like the cows. The cows go moo. Short and fluffy hair. You say short and fluffy hair, I think about Tubbo from Dream SMP. How his hair is just literally just puffball all over his face. Like, that's what I picture about when someone says short fluffy hair. I picture Tubbo. Something like Tubbo. I think my hair would do that. If it was cut like really short, it would puff out. Yeah, I think it's just a natural gene in me, in which when my hair is short, it puffs. When it's long, it's straight. It's like a somewhat light hair that it just goes with the flow. Something like Tubbo. Is it rude to say something like Tubbo the Tubberware? I don't know. I barely watched Tubbo, so I'm not quite sure what Tubbo's personality is. I only know Tubbo's personality through like Rambo and Tommy in it. So that's like the only places I've seen Tubbo. My dad is playing with my dog. I can hear the footsteps. Stop by the recycling. I think I can get the saddlebag. If let's make it close enough to it. Jeez. What am I hitting right now? There's legit nothing there. Okay. So I don't have the hat. I don't have the top. I got the bridle. There is a saddle! There is a saddle! It's right there. There's a saddle right there. I just need to double the amount of recycling I have. And then I can also get the saddlebag. There is the elegant engineer boots. What does... It's the same. It's not the same thing. It's slightly different. I think one's green and the other one's more of a copper. From rubbish to riches, this beautiful attire comes from humble origins. What does it say for these? This is the same thing. I might get those after getting the saddle and the saddlebag. Oh, and the cats. Maybe I'll come back for the whole set later. I don't know. I still need to get the actual like full attire. I don't know. So I do need 14 more recycling to get the saddle. Oh, I'm so excited to get the saddle. I was so worried for the longest of time. I did not see a saddle there. I was so worried. I had to go like find a saddle that matches. Or it's just like a plain black one, but even that one wouldn't match because the saddle pad is more of like a grayish instead of a pure black. I was so worried that I actually had to plan an outfit. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy right now. Okay, completely understand. Laziness is a habit of mine. That person got turned around like no tomorrow. What just happened? I bet they got stuck on the jump and got turned around because of it. That has happened to me one too many times, I swear. I was watching Rambo's newest stream. He like streamed yesterday and he was playing Resident Evil 2, and his reactions to the zombies, he tries to shoot them before they're activated and he's like, okay, they're dead, but then they come back to life and he's like, ah, and he wastes all his bullets, and it's a Resident Evil game, so you get a limited amount of bullets and healing items. Oh my god, the amount of times chat just yelled at him. They're like, save, save, bullets, bullets, save, save, bullets. It was hilarious. I watched it this morning. It was amazing. Highly recommend. He's currently playing as Leon. Because in the game you can play between Leon and Claire. I'm pretty sure that if Rambo is anything like I picture, he looks exactly like Leon. But he's like, if I looked anything like Leon, I would do face cam all day, any day. And I'm like, he probably does look like Rambo, like Leon. He just doesn't want to admit it because he's humble. Because Rambo does seem like a really humble guy. He's also hella tall. Like, if I stand next to him, I'm half his height. That's how I feel like that might happen. That might be how that goes if I ever met Rambo. He's like twice my size in height. And I'm just... He's younger than me. And he's like twice my height. It's so weird. I was thinking about when I was first getting into like gaming and streaming and YouTube and all that, and I remember finding out that one of the YouTubers I watched got sponsored by Star Stables, and she had like a whole bunch of free star coins to spend at her will. So she got a new horse, and she got her hair kind of dyed like mine currently, and it was hilarious because she's not the type of person to play like horse games. She's the type of person to play The Sims and watch it all burn. It was hilarious. But she also has this small baby girl now, and I can definitely see her like introducing Star Stables as like the starter game for her child. I don't know if that's a good way to describe it. But that's how I'm describing it. The starter game of it all. I don't think it's really much of a starter game, but it's still like a good game to like get into games. You look at the quality, it's good quality. You look at the many different people you meet online, and it censors a lot of words, so it's kind of safe. I mean, you can still figure out how to make it unsafe, but still. I think it's a good game. This whole entire stream is just gonna be me ranting about random stuff I think about as I play. You know, the other day I was picturing what it would be like if I was invited to join the Dream SMP, and I'll be like, well, I would want to be Rambo's friend, Dream's friend, and Techno's friend. But since I'm Dream's friend, I can't be friends with Tommy because, you know, Tommy hates Dream and the Dream SMP. But wouldn't it be cool if I was like the link between them? Like, making it so, like, why can't we all just get along and be all that kind of situation? I also found, ooh, nice. It is 7:10 here, so not quite as late. Why is there a person just tucked down over there? I was picturing I found out the other day the only reason Techno and Rambo are friends is because Rambo is the only person on the Dream SMP to say bless you when Techno sneezed. That's the only reason. And I'm like, what? You know, the more I think about it, the more I would want to be Tommy's friend instead of Dream's. Because Dream is kind of forceful at times, which is kind of mean. I mean, technically Tommy is too at times, but he has like a kinder way of doing it than Dream. Because Dream will just continue to repeat the request every single time. It's like, gimme, 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 gimme. And I'm like, no. Well, Tommy would try to like work out a trade, or just like try to like convince you to let him just take whatever it is he needs. Or you can just like talk him into like a trade of some sort. I think it's cool. I also think it's cool how the Dream SMP members, if one ends the stream and the other person's still streaming, they raid that other person. It's like a cycle of people raiding each other, doing the same exact content. Not exactly, but like different point of views. I think it's pretty cool. The Dream SMP group is generally just really cool. And then there's Benny's SMP, the simple SMP, and then there's Origin SMP, and I'm pretty sure Tommy started his own SMP. I want to join an SMP, but I'm too nervous. Whenever I find an SMP that's looking for a new member, they never say it's meant for small streamers, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the only streamer there. Even if I'm a small one, I don't want to be the only one. I'll just like wimp out. I'll be like, no thanks. Thanks for the offer, but no thanks. And I'm like, no, but I do want to join an SMP. I just want it to be for small streamers and eventually big streamers, you know, grow together. I can't tell if I have too much energy or if I'm just really cold. At this point, I can't really tell. I think the new schedule is definitely working for me. I have a lot more energy and I can continue to entertaining even at these late hours. But it might be because I'm freezing cold and I can't feel my hands. Okay. Thank you for stopping by, Amber. I hope you have a good night / morning. And I'll see you next time, which might be Wednesday. I know you can't come tomorrow. I think a lot of streamers have like their own vibe, but when they get bigger, they all kind of combine together in some way. Well, when they're still small, they can just like do whatever and not have like drama involved them. It's not as like it's not as bad as big streamers. You don't have to worry about drama as much. I've almost finished my dinner. An hour into the stream. An hour and a half into the stream and I'm almost finished with my dinner. A single sausage. I feel like a sausage chopped up and put into some rice would be really nice. Ooh, maybe with some egg, make it like a breakfast thing. Why do putting eggs on anything make it automatically a breakfast thing? Like, it just feels true. But it's not. Like, no food tells you when to eat it. Like, nothing's stopping you from having cereal for dinner. Like, nothing's stopping you. Yeah, I guess that's true. Like, the small streamers don't have as many people talking in chat. They don't need to put it in, like, slow mode. I know, like, streamers like Rambo, they don't even read chat. They read, like, messages that from subscriptions or whatever the chat is spamming. Like, if more than one person says the same thing, they'll notice it, but otherwise they just pretty much ignore chat. It is a bit sad, but that's how streamers usually end up growing. I missed the bottle. There was a bottle right there. I forgot to grab it on the way through. That's sad. I agree, it is cool, but there is also times in which the viewers also like break rules, or they send a spoiler for the game that the person's playing. It's not like there's viewers out there that don't follow the rules, and that does like cause mayhem for the small streamers. So not all, like, some small streamers have trouble with their chat, and it's not always good. And then there's also streamers who put a subscriber only chat and emo only chat for certain parts of a game or for the whole stream. It is just, streamers have their own ways of running their channels. It's completely up to them. No one can tell them otherwise. The only things they have to do is like follow the guidelines, and even then it's not hugely specific. So just, it really depends on the person. That barrel should not be spinning out of existence. I think that barrel will always like shock me. This person walks up to me with magenta hair. I want to beat them. Why did they stop? Did they fail their race? They're just standing there. Okay. I'll be ending in about like an hour and a half, so you won't be missing much, so don't worry. The schedule is smaller streams, but for more days. That's the different schedule, main part of it. Ooh, recycling. Ducks. There's recycling over there. Did you see it, ducks? Recycling. Who just leaves recycling in the garden? That's rude. That's rude. All this work put into this garden and you just leave recycling all over it? That's mean. Agatha! Like, I know my dream isn't to become a big streamer. I'm just streaming for fun. But I know also how much being a streamer would help my overall goal in life. my emotions are kind of conflicted at this present moment. They've been conflicted for the past few days now. So, for those who are new here, my main goal in life is to be a mom, but also to be a stay-at-home mom, which is hard to do in today's society because you can barely afford a home. You can't afford literally a place of living with the current economy. But I want to be able to stay at home. I want to be able to like be a mom and stay at home and clean and cook and stream for fun and do my small business, which all involves staying at home. But it's gonna be hard to do while still staying small. So if I end up going big, that's fine. It would definitely help. Here's the thing with Aunt Frost. I barely know of the guy. The only thing I've ever noticed about him is that the fact that his eyes changed colors. And the only reason I noticed that is because Tommy pointed it out. So I think that's how most people think about him. Is that, hey, we don't really know you. We know you're part of the team, but what's the point of you being there? What's your role in the story? So not a lot of people know about Aunt Frost. I feel like some people have that issue, which they're part of a group, but they don't have a big role in the storyline. So like Dream SMP, we all know the main characters are like Tommy and Dream, and then we have the side characters to help the story continue. There's Tubbo and Snap and I'm blinking. Techno and stuff like that. And we have people like that, and then there's people that are like behind the side characters, which don't really have a lot of info on. They're just kind of there. I ran past the races I wanted to race. Oh god. I need to turn around. I'm so cold. That's probably why I'm talking so much, is because I'm really, really cold. I do need to take a break in about half an hour to let my dog outside. Recycling? I'm glad I came back. Give me that. I think I only need 10 more pieces and then I get the saddle. Oh yes, I love the saddle. I'm so glad I get the saddle. I did not know that existed. I'm so happy. Why the fire hands? I'm confused by those emotes. Are you trying to warm me up? I'm not quite sure that's how that works. The effort is appreciated, though. I just don't think fire emotes will help me warm up. I thought Wolf Girl was a wolf. I wasn't aware that she's also a witch. Ooh, pretty. Pretty horses. Doing some training. Boo doo doo. Boo doo doo. Well, welcome back, Captain. We were talking about Dream SMP and how I would act if I was in the Dream SMP and why some members of the Dream SMP get about 200 viewers while others get about 20,000 viewers. We were also discussing the pros and cons of being a small streamer. Well, I also get hypnotized by my horse running around in circles because it looks so pretty. Do 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 do. That song is stuck in my head. Don't mind me. I can't feel my hands. This is a situation. Hey, Copper has 5 levels left. And needs 10 more recycling for the saddle, and then we need 15 for the saddle bag, and then we need 50 to get to the cat, and then cause I'm cold! Captain, I'm cold. I need the warmth and I don't have. I don't have the warmth I need. I'm cold. Give me that recycling before I talk to you, Jasper. But my blanket is all the way on the couch and I'm over here. I mean, I can grab it when I come back from my, like, break in 30 minutes, but, like, that doesn't help me right now. No, I'm not wearing a sweater or a onesie. I'm wearing it in a, athletic shirt. And yes, it has thumb holes, but it doesn't help. It only covers like half the hand. Half of my palm. It doesn't really help much. And I'm not wearing my onesie yet because I still need to take a shower after my my stream. So I'm not in pajamas yet. I still need to take a shower. Yes, onesie is warm, but I need to take a shower first. So it has to wait until after stream. Onesie has to wait. Warmth has to wait. That's a really realistic tree trunk. I forgot which way I was going. I kind of zoned out there. Gonna admit that. Octopus tentacle girl. Why? Why is there octopus tentacle girl? Are you just doing the wave? We can do the wave. Kinda. Kinda do the wave. I'm not quite sure how that would work. He replaced the recycling, and there's 2 of them. Gimme. Jasper. Thank you, you're so kind. Now I need 8. 8 left. I can deal with 8. Eight left until we get the saddle. And then we can get the saddle bag. Might leave the boots alone for now because I like these boots. These fit more. And then we have to upgrade, and then we have to get basically 100 after getting the saddle bag to get the rest of Copper's outfit. But then I need to get more to get my outfit. It's a whole thing. But at least I have some of my outfit already. I still need to get the hat, the top. I think that's the only parts that I'm missing of the human outfit. The heat's on, right? It is. Why am I so cold? Maybe I'll take a slightly earlier break so I can go get the blanket. Oh, come on. What would be the options? How would that be okay, I can see how it could be a funny poll, but like what would be the options? Okay, good night, Axolotl. Sleep well. Bye-bye. And I'm actually gonna take a early break. I'll be back in a little while. Okay. We are back and I have blanket on me, so I'm a little bit warmer. I also went outside to take out Holly and it is, oh, it smells so good. Someone is barbecuing. It was like freezing rain earlier and now someone's outside barbecuing. This is so weird. I'm excited for it to be like spring. Not only is are people more willing to like leave their house and hang out, but also like you can actually just like go to a park and have a picnic and just like hang out. And I'm finally learning my spring cleaning routine. I always was told like, you know, spring cleaning, and I'm like, well, I clean all year round. What's so special about spring cleaning? Well, I figured out my spring cleaning is literally going through my whole entire room and like going through all of my stuff and just like, okay, I can donate this, I can throw that out, I can just like put that in a different location, you know, just clean up a little bit. I don't need like 3 dressers full of clothes. I only need 1. Like, someone else could use those clothes. Only 6 left. 5 left. Oh, there goes my dog. I'm excited for my shower after my stream. I just recently washed my bathrobe. For who knows how long it's been since I washed my bathrobe. And it's so fluffy now. Like, I'm so excited to put it on. After, like, cleaning myself off and feeling more... I'm gonna say more human. Because when you're, like, all greasy, you don't feel human anymore. Like... making yourself clean just makes you feel more alive. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but that's how I'm reasoning it. Yeah, showers do that. I like the Paimon and the dancing cats. I need to work on emotes more, but I have so many things to work on when it comes to art. Like, I want to make a, I want to make that new character design. I want to make a new overlay design. I want to make possibly custom, like, animations for when, like, people subscribe or follow or, you know, donations or whatever. I want to make emotes. I want to make animated emotes. I need to make stickers. That's just like, I'm constantly drawing things, but I actually don't have, I'm not a good artist. I have like pictures in my head, but I have no idea how to put those down on paper. I just hope it, in the end, it doesn't look weird. Because I'm better with like a sketchbook, but I'm terrible with a mouse. Maybe I can like draw it on like my sketchbook and then trace it. That's something I can do. I could trace it. I'm thinking I'm just gonna focus on recycling for this last part here. I'm realizing I want to get a whole bunch of recycling. So I'm just gonna like run around and get that. There's recycling right in front of me. It's a sign I'm on the right path. No one's running around Star Stables without a saddle. I need to get the saddle. And then I can work on other stuff. But the main part is trying to make this whole set work before it looks pretty. I'm thinking about pampering myself after my shower. You know, put on a face mask. Maybe do some coloring. Maybe some dot to dots. Maybe some Sudoku while watching some YouTube videos. Could be fun. I only need one more for the saddle. Ah. Making my way to Silverglade. I was about to say Star Valley, and I'm like, that's not right, but it sounds like a really cool place. I don't think that's a real place. Sounds cool though. You know, I still need to come up with like a little thing to call you guys. Cause I know Waves has like surfers. That's what she calls her followers, surfers. Cause it makes sense, Waves, surfers. I need to figure out what to call you guys. Maybe for... Well, maybe... You guys tell me which one's which. Maybe I can call one of them, whether it's a follower or a subscriber, a kit. You know, K-I-T, kit. Because that's a baby fox. And then I can call the other one... I don't know, fellow kitsune? I don't know. I need to come up with a second name. I think Kit is a good first one, but I'm not quite sure which one that would be under. I'm not quite sure. Would you call it a fellow clansman? If we're in like the same clan? I don't know. Is a group of foxes called a clan? I have no idea what they're called. I think they're called like yellers. It's funny, but it's true. We got saddle, 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 saddle. It's like there's like a copper color, and then there's also like a little bit of green thrown in there. Which copper does turn green after a while when it gets oxidized. So it kind of makes sense. It's pretty cool. We need 15 for the saddle bag. 30 for the hat and top. We'll worry about the human's outfit later, but 15 and then 60 to upgrade. We might be able to get the saddle bag today and put a placeholder in. Maybe like a plushie or some like berries or something. I don't know. Something to hold the place of the cat for the time being. Going to the wrong place. A skulk? A skulk is a group of foxes? I need to look this up. I know some animals are called multiple things in groups. A skulk. It's from the Scandinavian word. It means to wait, lurk, or move stealthily. That's what it's called? Skulk? Foxes are a member of the dog family. Female fox is called a vixen, while male fox is called a dog fox. A dog fox? Okay. Murder background. What? A group of foxes is called, and why? Murder background. Any animal that looks like and is together in a group is called a pack. So it could be called a pack of foxes. Like... So if you follow me, I can call you welcome, like say welcome pet to, let's try that again. If you follow, I could say welcome to the pack. And if you subscribe, I can be like, okay, you're one of my kits. Or something like that. I can say something like that. Be quiet, phone. I know it's 8 o'clock. Words not banned by Twitch. I know what's banned by Twitch. Words related to foxes. 60 synonyms, antonyms, idiomatic expressions related to the word for fox. Related words for fox. So it's other words. Another word for fox is outwit. What? Vulpine, trickster, red fox, volpone, arctic fox, canine, red fox, vixen, fox-like, silver fox, clever, okay, sly dog, play a joke on, what? That's kind of mean. Todd, what is Todd? Someone like a fox, a crafty person, a Todd. Okay. I kind of like my ideas like welcome to the pack. Welcome to the pack, and then I can also say you're one of my kits. Or something like that. I'm still debating the kit one. I think we can figure out something that's better than that. But I also feel like if I say welcome to the pack, it sounds like I'm a wolf and I'm not, I'm a fox. So I don't know. I'm picky and indecisive. I need help. I'm so indecisive. I don't know what to call you guys. Why did I have to be a fox? Like, literally, if I was a wolf, it would be 10 times easier. Especially if I was a horse. Like, come on. Why did I have to be a fox? That's just how it ended up being. I have no control over this, I guess. We'll do one more sweep through for recycling, and then I feel like we should either A, talk, or B, I don't know. Maybe we can do a little bit of karaoke. Try that out. See if I get muted in the piece I plan on doing. But here's the thing. So I know karaoke works on Twitch. I'll definitely get copyrighted on YouTube. There is no way I can post any karaoke streams on YouTube. There's like no way. So before we try to do karaoke, I'll have to end the YouTube video. So I guess if you guys are watching from YouTube, you have to watch the live stream for the karaoke. And I'm just gonna suck because I'm really bad at notes and lyrics, and most of the time it's probably gonna be like, because I have no idea what I'm supposed to say, nor do I know what tune I'm supposed to be singing in. Yeah, I'm not the best singer. Yeah, we can definitely test out the karaoke for the for the last few the last half an hour ish. I don't know. You know more songs than I do, Captain. So I don't know. I bet you know the lyrics of songs. Even if you get the tune wrong, you know the lyrics. I don't. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm terrified right now. Stage fright is one of my top fears. Probably the top fear, actually, is stage fright. But also you guys don't see my face, so it should be better? Question mark? Oh, I'm nervous. I'm really nervous about singing. I want to do it just to like test it out, but also at the same time I'm terrified. I'm really scared. I shouldn't be. I should at least test it out. But I'm terrified. Alright. Do I have drink? I do have drink, okay. Finished my soda. Grab the water. Is singing an option? I don't think singing is an option as like a category. Is karaoke an option? Karaoke party? Is that a game or is it just karaoke? No, that's karaoke Mugen. I'm just gonna say just chatting. So this is basically the goodbye to those watching on YouTube. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Well, welcome back. Bye, YouTube friends.